I suppose I don't either. Greetings and salutations everyone, this is Let's Play of the Devil. In the last episode we got introduced to public defender main character Morgan here, and presumably the people who will be two-timing as our gumshoes. So, yeah, they told her, if you're feeling kind, get them to plead guilty. If you're feeling smart, go home, have someone else do it. Morgan, I'm not feeling particularly kind or smart at the moment. So perhaps in the meantime you'd be so polite as to fill me in about this Heartbreak killer? They cover utilities at the rock you live under? Is there a problem? You're seriously not familiar with HK? Never heard of him. I've heard enough of him for a lifetime. Oh, you can lie straight to someone's face quite efficiently. I can see why you're a lawyer. That name has been plastered all over the city for weeks, their crimes wavering between breaking news and urban legend. The presumed goals flip-flopping from unadulterated anarchy to unappreciated vigilantism. As street corners in the media, on the net, everyone's indulging in the exact kind of armchair detective speculation that I can't stand. Right now I need to figure out how much the police do or don't know. And when it comes to cops, I always get better results playing dumb than I do acting smart. I take it he's a repeat offender? Was it the killer part that tipped you off? You must have at least heard about his MO. Media's gone crazy with it. Along with everyone else. One bullet straight through the heart. Body left to die, left to lie where it falls. Hence the name Heartbreak. Date of birth unknown, height unknown, weight unknown, blood type unknown, occupation criminal, likes killing, dislikes getting caught, favorite color, probably red, zodiac sign, probably not into astrology, suspended due to influx of false reports. There's no reward because everyone keeps saying, oh, it's totally this guy. And this is the articles. Not exactly creative, but amidst the swirl of every other 100-word articles out there, catchiness trumps originality. What you won't read about online is that all 6 of HK's victims were shot by the same gun. I always make this mistake. What you won't read about online is that all 6 of the HK's victims were shot by the same gun, without even needing to reload. Huh? Horrible to say, I know, but 6 for 6? That's pretty good shooting, isn't it? Hitting the bullseye at shooting range is good shooting. Doing it 6 times in a row is great. Shooting 6 people with accuracy like that. Are you saying he shot 6 people at the same time? Like bang, 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 and then he just leaves? Is it a serial killer where every time he goes on a rampage he's killing 6 people without reloading? They weren't exactly clear about that at the start. It's a whole different beast. It takes a certain kind of monster, a real freak. His pulse probably didn't even rise. I see. Sounds horrific. That's a pretty terrifying thought. I should really start paying more attention to the news. How I managed to miss 6 murders? Well, you can only blame yourself for missing 5. Pardon? You're still not getting it? HK's 6th victim was found a few hours ago, when we caught the son of a bitch red-handed. Okay, so yeah, 6 people is still a pretty horrific killing, but Yeah. It's not nearly as impressive, but maybe that's because of the sorts of games I usually play. So you're convinced that my client is this Heartbreak killer and tonight was just his latest crime. That's a serious accusation with very serious consequences. I take it you have serious evidence to back that up. I was being literal, counselor. Red-handed. When we found your client, he was covered in her blood. Well, that's not good, is it? What you say certainly sounds compelling. Is that lawyer talk for open and shut? No, it's lawyer talk for uphill battle. Even if that's the case, how does one crime scene make him look good for 6 murders? It's all there in the discovery files. And the arcs, of course. I saw that. Augmented Reality Crime Scene, abbreviated as ARCS, is an investigative tool in which data harvested by sensors worn on the first responders is used to reconstruct a digital copy of a pristine crime scene. Programmed and distributed by a small number of tech corporations and frequently modified or even personalized local municipalities, ARC systems are used by every major police force, most insurance investigators, and many law firms. Until our nightmare. After its introduction in the early 2060s, the technology briefly came under public scrutiny when the independent news organization United Media Casters released a series of reports claiming that ARC's data was regularly edited by corrupt officials to erase state secrets. These reports were later found to be fake, and UMC was exposed as a subsidiary of a cell corporation within Lambda Work Solutions, who were marketing a number of alternatives to ARC's technology at the time. Board members at Lambda denounced the actions of said cell and offered their assistance in former competitors in suing leadership at UMC. These proceedings and settlements in those lawsuits remain sealed. Entirely possible that they could just throw them under the bus. And let's be fair, cyberpunk dystopia, they absolutely did that. Join the local net on your phone and we'll turn over everything you need. I'll bet. Thanks for that, detective. I'll be sure to read it over. But if it's all the same, could I ask you some questions while I've got you here? How kind of attorney wants to interrogate the detectives? This kind of attorney, if you're just that pleasant. Come on, sunshine. Like we're going to be punching out anytime soon, right? Whatever. Let your client stew in interrogation all night for all I care. You mean the counselling quarters? We're at your disposal, counsellor. Barren, stark, and uninviting, this must be Ray's desk. Keeping your workstation neat and tidy is admirable, but I can't spot a single mote of personalization. Is she so new she hasn't had time to unpack, or is she really that uptight and boring? Both, maybe. Shouldn't have cleaned up so much for little old me, Detective London. Someone really needs to introduce this guy to a filing system. Or even just a stapler. Paper documents scattered about lazily, alongside actual photographs. Either he's really old-fashioned or really paranoid about data leaks. And he doesn't look like the paranoid type. Well, orderliness aside, some things are better in paper, I'll give him that. Okay, so she thinks she's old-fashioned. Oh boy, another report. Time to guess wrong. Latest noble androids receive warm welcome. Bolstered by a strong earnings report and surging sales of the Animate 16, Noble Electronics stock rose a stunning 3% this week to a new record high. While Noble's latest iteration has yet to surpass the sheer popularity of its predecessors, an increased profit margin has left Noble's shareholders very enthused. Many investors were skeptical when, at their now infamous 2084 trade convention, Noble announced that the 16th line would be the first generation of androids to feature over 50% organic components. So-called warm androids, which at the time only saw demand in the health, senior and childcare sectors, were looked down upon as impractical due to increased maintenance costs, cuts, scratches, bruises and the like. And while some critics voiced concerns that fringe religious and traditionalist groups might find warm androids controversial, more business-focused minds feared that Noble was alienating its customers in industrial and military sectors in order to convey it to civilian consumers. Users that viewed their androids from across the room and not from far above the factory floor. However, as often been the case in the last decade, Noble's doubters were proven wrong. The Animate 16 is poised to break profitability records with no signs of slowing down, and many industry analysts predict that these once rare organic androids will completely replace their more robotic predecessors in daily life within the next 3 to 5 years. As described in the earnings report, much of the 16th line's success, and indeed the success of Noble's androids in general, can be attributed to the remarkable lifelike personal charm of their products, and by all accounts that charm can be attributed to the work of Dr. Noble's famed lead programmer, Dr. David Asher. I can only assume they found a way past the uncanny valley. Lead programmer is the understatement of the century, said the Noble brand ambassador Lucy Dees on stage at their latest Noble Industry Weekend. It's because of his cheering solution that every Noble product, from the sleekest assistants to the most intensive care technicians, are so beloved and trusted by our customers. While his reputation was on full display at the event, Dr. Asher himself was nowhere to be seen. He's always been reclusive, but he's become a real genuine hermit in recent years. I really hear to believe he's still... Hey fam, looks like you're not logged into this advice. Want to put in the account so we can help you keep reading? What's the question? He's in the news again. It's no wonder. Can't spit without it landing on a piece of Noble tech these days. Especially not where the state's involved. Don't know if they'll bite when it comes to warm androids though. For government use, they're just... I think it was frail. All androids undergo wear and tear, especially if they're directing traffic or suppressing crowds. So if these warm androids bleed pink all over themselves every time they take a rock to the cheek, it's just an endless stream of bad photo ops waiting to happen. Did I get that right? We have the article here. Impractical due to increasing maintenance costs. I might have gotten it wrong. I'll have a look at it later. Or I'll sort of backtrack and have another look, because I do still have the save that I started this from at least. Loose wires, missing panels, an aircon system that probably sweats more than the people it's supposed to cool. No room in the budget for making the office not look like shit, huh? I expect to find a lot of belt tightening at Homicide. I didn't think their operation would be this bare bones. They've got a stunning clearance rate and they work fast. Guess the city sees that and just assumes their job is easy. Although, no, it's the government. They can afford it. What else are the taxes going to if it's not people? Maybe their job is easy, what with our dear doting surveillance state eliminating so much of the footwork. But if your wheels don't squeak, you don't get your palms greased. So homicide ends up as the only state-run department with a shrinking budget. The dumping ground for the police force's most unambitious and least popular. Okay, nothing else jumps out at me around here. In that case... Oh right, they add it as an article, not a term. I've got a better idea of who I'm dealing with at least. Now I need to check out the crime scene data. I should have been sent a link. Currently texting with State DOS system. Oh, wait. You need to reply C in order to confirm. Am I talking to a person? I am an automated dependent. Ads are usually more polite. Our personalities are tailored to suit our users' preferences. So this designates like you to be a little authoritarian. You need to reply C. It's case sensitive. Thank you. Did I accidentally skip a large deal of that by mistake or something? Was there a visual glitch? Alright, if I project from my phone... Darn it, we got the pink blood virus again. Augmented reality crime scene. Alright, let's see what the police have. And what they think is important. A stand-up mirror, shattered and knocked over. Real glass, no screens or cameras here. It was hit hard enough to come unattached from its arm, while shards of glass were scattered far enough to land on the victim's body. What a mess. The victim's body. Cause of death: ballistic trauma, class 4 blood loss, atrium and aorta. Single gunshot wound to the heart. In brief, death was instantaneous. No injuries anywhere else and no blood or skin under her nails. Blood splatter, forensics and all that other good stuff tells them that she was shot from there. So the killer was standing in the doorway when they fired. The murder weapon, a revolver found right next to the body. 6 empty casings were found in each of the chambers, meaning the gun's been fired 6 times. Looks like the crime scene techs practically disassembled the damn thing. But all they found were fingerprints belonging to my client. So he was found by the police with the murder weapon right in front of the body. Business as usual for these mystery games, am I right? I don't even know where to start. Highly prejudicial would be an understatement. Seems like this vase got tossed aside at some point. And yet there's not a scratch on it. Must be pretty damn durable. Isn't art supposed to be delicate? Maybe it's making a statement. That's all big ticket items. What about the security? Looks like the compartment was unlocked all night. It's not uncommon for people in their age in a neighborhood like this. But no signs of forced entry only hurts my client's case. What about the rest of the room? There's not much else flagged here. Just a lounge chair that got thrown and... whatever that is. Unidentified ceramic debris. Flag as irrelevant? That's their technical assessment? Guess even the crime scene techs weren't sure what to make of it. Okay. That's everything the police highlighted. But did I miss anything? The hell is that? Something in the victim's hand. How the hell did... It's just a pill organizer. Oh, I have one of those things. Tell me about it. A common brand of pill organizer found in the victim's grasp. Mind you, that's a lot more stylish than the one that I have. Mine is all squares. Contains a number of prescription and over-the-counter medications, including immune adjusters, NSAIDs, and triprexason, prescribed to reduce moderate to severe discomfort arising from mod sensitivity complications. The case's clasps are surprisingly difficult to open. Looks like some immune adjusters, NSAIDs, and triprexason, a synthetic glucocorticoid medication, taken daily to reduce rejection symptoms like phantom pain and generalized itch. The autopsy said her tox screen was clear, but it's not like it matters. She could have swallowed every medicine in the cabinet and it still wouldn't change the cause of death. It's odd, but ultimately irrelevant. Everything else here is all very incriminating, but the kicker is that it's not here. The kicker is everything that's not here. No out-of-place DNA, footprints, crumbs. IoT. Internet of Things refers to the network data sharing that goes on between all countless electronics that we monitor ourselves with. Phones, computers, security systems, biofeedback devices, body modifications, and prosthetics, and of course automated dependents all comprise small but vital parts of this network. Without IoT's ability to collect, process, and share information, massive opportunity costs build up as individuals, governments, and private businesses miss out on valuable insight that data has to offer. One of the coolest ways that IoT improves our lives is through the usage of crumbs. Small packets of data containing your unique identifying information throughout your day as your IoT devices say hi to other devices. They'll leave behind crumbs as a parting gift. Crumbs allow for paperless identification and payment to help the government manage human and vehicular traffic. Crumbs let you see where you've been so that you can see where you should go. Want to start leaving crumbs right away? Don't worry, crumbs are enabled by default. Not interested in sponsored search results? See further with a premium account. This is extremely dystopian, and unfortunately it's being engaged in the real world at a fairly slow rate, so you don't realize it. Wait. Evidence. I guess I have to look at everything. Same handiwork as Prev 5. Lem message to confirm ballistics match 2. Okay, now that makes more sense. Nothing that points towards anyone except my client. Well, I've done more with less before. Victim was shot from the room's doorway. No unexpected DNA, no unexpected crumbs, no unexpected fingerprints, no evidence of digital tampering. Oh, the pink dots mean that it's been added. Ceramic debris of indeterminate origin found on the far side of the room by the western window. Broken pieces of glass from a broken standing mirror at the crime scene. Said mirror was low-tech furnishing with no digital components to pull data from. Hit with enough force to scatter shards of glass onto the victim's body. An unremarkable ceramic vase knocked over at the crime scene. It remains featureless even after being tossed. So if one of them stayed solid but the other one shattered, that's interesting. A 6-chambered 10mm revolver, well maintained but old. Has Flat's left-hand fingerprints on it. I suppose Flat is going to be our client. But not much more. I'm really gonna have to sing for my supper this time. Better get started. Who the hell's messaging me at this time of night? First person who comes to mind is... I suppose it could be something important. It's Maya. Currently texting with Brat. Red! What couldn't wait until morning? Good news, of course! Got a job for you! That's a pretty sherry way to tell me you violated parole. So the head rocks back and forth as we text. Oh no, lol, not that kind of job. Besides, I've been covering my tracks. This is something different. Kind of thing I can't handle with just keyboard and phishing scheme. We have quite the... Oh dear, you sound very illegal. I need you to sue my gym teacher. Not that kind of lawyer, sorry. Hey, let me at least finish. What did they do? Make me run laps. Not illegal. Let me finish. They made me run laps. Even though I said I had a stomachache. Said. Gotta be like youth endangerment. Depraved indifference or some kind of shit. Sounds like you've already got a strong case. Try self-presenting this time. Oh, you snake. What did that blow off? Nice phrasing. Oh wow, I'm laughing so hard right now. See? Is that your mugshot? I wasn't not gonna not get a copy of my mugshot and use it as a reaction. Glad you found a use case. But I'm working right now, so... Anything cool? Homicide. Oh. Cringe! Wait, what kind is homicide? Is it HPK? Damn it! Good guess. Is that the kind of morbid things kids your age talk about? Teens my age. And yeah, we can read. Compared to the corrupt shit in the headlines, old-fashioned murder like Cardi B is like quaint. It's no Heartbreak. Then why'd you take the job, lol? You see the 98% conviction rate as a challenge or something. You taking up lost cause proponents at work? It's Monday. Why are people doing heavy yard work on a Monday in the middle of the day? I apologize about this guy. It's pro bono. That was autocorrect. You know they give lit homework for a reason, right? This is borderline concern nagging. Maybe you really are a bleeding heart. Or just a sucker. I'm not a sucker. Nice phrasing, lol. You should go to bed, Fran. Tomorrow's Sunday, I can stay up if I want. Tomorrow is Sunday. Because today is Saturday. What's with the Carpe Diem shit? It's nearly 4 AM, kid. You've got school in like 3 hours. Shit! Okay, I'm going to take this as an opportunity to end the episode. Oh no, that's our yard worker. Then definitely the time to end the episode. Till next time, guys, take care. I'll see you all around.